noticed they had stopped. And a few seconds later, and they pull out in front of us and then just immediately slam on the brakes. And they jump out of the car and just come sprinting up to our car, pointing guns at us. And that's when that like foreboding black cloud started to envelop my mind, you know, like, okay, this is bad. This is real bad. There was so much fear, he didn't need to say anything. I'm gonna take the first opportunity to run, even if the girl. And so we knew what the odds were. Sort of like a trophy deer that had been shot or something like that. They were motioning people over, saying like, look what we got.
He was right in the middle of it, and as an American, he had a target on his back.
The lead kidnapper handed me my cell phone back and told me to start making phone calls to get the first ransom payment. Anyone that was local in Monterrey. I eventually got a hold of my boss, who would shout, and we also want a Chrysler 300M. I had the same reaction I had when I first got kidnapped, like he was.
They're willing to give up the United States.
After I had made my phone call, they looked at Jorge and said, and now what are you gonna give us? And they said, okay.
Que no era sobre
And I just...
Now, they were doing a ton of drugs. And they ended up falling asleep right next to me. The guy to my right was asleep like this. And then it came down to me counting to 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. He said, why do you have that gun? That's the gun that doesn't have any bullets in it. I would have pointed it at him and I would have gone click, click. When the kidnappers woke up, he came flying up to us and was yelling, he escaped, he escaped. They were pointing guns at me saying, your coworker killed you. Now we have to kill you. And my heart dropped. The two 17-year-olds sat there having this back and forth discussion while the 15-year-old was pointing the gun at me. Do we kill him and just forget the whole thing? Or do we keep going and try and get the ransom? Well, I was scared that I was gonna die. But I also didn't blame Jorge for doing what he did. I would have done the same thing. Then 80. And then just get us as much as you possibly can tonight so that tomorrow you can come up with the substantial payment. When the leader came back with the first ransom payment, when we were at the next location I was held at, one of the local kids came walking up, who must have been about 17, and I could tell he knew them, and you have to kill him. And when he hung up, the mood The other kidnapper, he asked me to stand up and go walk over to the edge of an embankment. And down the embankment was like just a bunch of trash. He raised the gun up to me. And I said, no, wait, I get more, let me call him back. I can call him back, let me get more. And they said, no, we already tried.